So we all know that when we fail, we learn. When we fail first, we learn first. Still, we most of us are so afraid of failure. Why? Let us discuss that. I'm Sangeeta. I'm a leadership growth mentor, and I talk about resourceful influencing in leadership growth. And resourceful influencing means becoming an asset before, then use that asset, that strength, into becoming a resource for the organization, and then influence, of course. When you are useful for the organization in achieving results, that is how you become a resource for the organization, and then you are able to influence the management. That is what we all do. Now, how our today's topic is fail without fall. So, whenever we fail, there is a taboo attached to us. It gets attached to us, saying that this person always fails. And this nobody cares most of the time that when because you have failed in something, you have innovated something, you have learned something, and you have become wiser in the process. Anyways, but not able to influence is nobody else's fault, it is your fault. If somebody is having that kind of mindset about you, your failure, then you are the person who has not done sufficiently about emphasizing the importance of your failure. But there is a system. There may be still some people who will not take your argument. They will not see. They will see the loss of your time, which is a loss for organizational resource, organizational asset. That is what they will see. They will not see beyond that. So here is how you can manage that kind of mindset and that kind of environment. And no matter what environment you are in, no matter how hostile the environment will be, everybody gets impressed with success. So you and me, we know that unless we experiment with something, nothing new will come out. And if nothing new comes out, it will be difficult to establish a success. Doing the same thing over and over again may not produce the desired result that one thinks and envisages in the beginning. So it is a truth. So let us see what are the four systemic tricks that we can apply at workplace to to have our way. Let us see. So the first thing is rehearse the after scenario. Rehearse the after scenario. So let us have it shown here. So rehearse the after scenario. Do you know what does it mean? It means that you have a major measure of the situation that will happen, that will prevail at workplace once you fail. You do not start with failure in mind, but failure is a 50-50 chance, a 50% possibility, right? So when you have that 50% failure possibility, that is when you should know from beforehand that you are taking a calculated risk. And that calculated risk you will be able to take if you have that played out in your mind. So first, whatever planning you are doing, um, think about that. And with that 50% failure, think about the various reactions that everybody in the management, whoever matters, will have, and then also know how to counter that. It will make uh, your planning foolproof. So that is how you will know, you will know the arguments with which you will be convincing your management, and that is how you will make your plan foolproof. So that is number one. Now number two is retain composure at failure. So this is the second thing. So no matter how prepared you will be, once you fail and when people start reacting, no matter how much rehearsal you have done, something they will say which will pinch you and which will affect your career and maybe the immediate future that is there uh, ahead of you. So because you have done sufficient, so this you can compare with a drama that you will be doing you every day that is done. So you compare this with a drama and retain your composure, even if you are startled, even if you are you you feel bad, right? That is to put it simply. Even if you feel bad, if just make sure that you regain composure and you give a picture of confidence even after those kind of comments. The other person is wishing good, but he is not able to contain his frustration or his disappointment at the moment. That is why they are expressing in this manner. So allow them to have their say and take it into your stride right now and regain the composure. The third thing is rework new dimension. Rework on the new dimensions. It is a failure because you hadn't thought about it adequately. So there was some inadequacy in your thought process while rehearsing because you didn't know about certain parameters beforehand. That is why it is a failure, right? Nobody is able to know uh, from the beginning what the failure will be. That is why it is a failure, and that is why people don't take chances. So if that is the case, then you will discover certain things now. Whatever you discovery will be, put those, list those out, and those will be the additional parameters. And the next time you are going to um, experiment on such parameters or more parameters, then you have a proper planning of how that experiment will going to be. So make a paper pen kind of planning, paper pen PPP kind of planning, wherein everybody knows because it is on pen and paper, so everybody can see what you are going to do and what your assumptions will be. If you are able to show it, then the other person knows and he is convinced, and his buy-in also is there. He also feels involved. So allow the other people to be involved, and some people will be terribly against it. They but you will also find some people to be supportive, and also you will find another argument to convince this person also. Unless you do this, you are not going to progress. And if without taking any attempt at this kind of parameter also, if you are managing, the resistance is so much from the management, then you can just let it be for the moment till the right moment arrives. So you now know what you have done, what you have put on paper. So you are not now alone in the blame game. You have involved everybody and you have taken their input sufficiently. You have put your argument adequately so as to explain them that why this is necessary. So you have got their value. The fourth thing is reset, reset parameters one at a time. This one already we have discussed. So one parameter at a time makes the other people comfortable with the entire thing that you are trying to do. Now, why do you experiment? Why are you taking failure? This is because this is how you can progress further, you can innovate, and this is how a new thing can be put on, can be brought in into the work system, which makes you fulfilled. Otherwise, life will be routine and there will be no interest in executing whatever you are doing. So, that is how life is. So, in order to be innovative and be interested in life, you need to keep experimenting, and failure is 50% of the deal. Accept it. And if you like this video, then please like the channel also, and please be part of my webinar which happens on Saturday at 7 p.m., right? And we can discuss many more aspects of resourceful influencing and becoming a resource and influence the management in an unusual pattern. See you in the webinar at 7 p.m. on Saturday, and in the description below there is a link which will take you to that webinar page. Thank you.